I guess the main thing going through it as like a PNM, I'll just go through like the each process. So ice water teas, those are that's the first day. So you just go into the house and everyone goes to every single house and you talk to like two or three girls. And it's basically one day, there's super short parties, super short conversation. Going through it as an active, I already realized that they already know who they're dropping during ice water teas. So
Wait,
you're talking, yeah.
like while you're talking to them, they already know if they're gonna drop you or
Yeah.
not?
They already know if like you're coming back the next day or not during ice water teas. I'm pretty sure this year and last year you did not talk one-on-one with a girl during ice water teas. And they're saying it's because of like COVID. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the future they just eliminate it completely just because they already knew who they were keeping and who they were dropping.
How do they know? Is it from
So when you register for Rush, you have to upload headshots, your resume, two recommendations for each sorority, and your transcripts.
headshots, resume? Okay, so it's like applying for a job.
It's basically like applying for a job or like applying to school, basically. Except now you have to add like headshots.
And you have wait, did you say you have to have like letters, recommendations from
Yeah,
like
so you have to find an alumni from each sorority. There's 18 sororities on campus. You have to find two alumni from each sorority and
two
have them write a recommendation.
two from each sorority?
Yes, I did not have a single recommendation because I had no idea like what Rush was like. I honestly like really lucked out and had like a good Rush. I don't really know why, like why, because like my GPA was decent, but not what they look for. They usually look for like a 3.5, 3.6. And my grading scale at my high school was skewed. So maybe they like took that into consideration. Um, but yeah, they already know who they're cutting based off of just your GPA alone. If you don't have a 3.0, you're probably not getting invited to many houses back.
I don't know why this is like so fascinating to me. I went to like a party school, so we had Rush, but it wasn't like real and it was kind of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And Alabama Rush is like the mecca or whatever it's called of all rushes. Like it's so fascinating. So when you were like talking to people during Rush, did you feel like you were being like super judged, or was like people were being like fake nice to you like, when they were talking to you?
I guess it depends. Like you could walk into a house on your ice water tea day, so your first day, and you know immediately like if you're one of their top girls, which is another thing going in as an active. I know not every house at Bama has like tops, but the house I was in did. So starting from September before you rush. So I rushed in 2017. Starting in September of 2016, they had already started looking at girls they knew were going to Alabama for the next year. So like rush ends, you get your bid and you start following girls who you know are going to Alabama the next year. So they have a
Oh,
top list.
oh my God. So
And
wait,
go
okay,
ahead.
no, keep
Oh, go
going.
ahead. Oh, okay. So it's basically they start looking at like GPAs and who you know and like your appearance, and they create a top list. So then when you're going through rush workshop, you sit in the basement for hours a day and you scream, Alyssa, Schoner, New Jersey. And there's a slideshow up top with your picture on it, your major, where you're from, who you know in the sorority, and what your GPA is.
And then do they talk about you like while
Yeah.
you're
Mhm.
okay?
They'll be like, oh, she's cute. Or like if like it's a girl who's like not that cute, like it'll get really awkward in the room. Like no one will like really say like if you're cute or not. It's really weird and like superficial.
So seeing, not to get off topic, I don't know if this is off topic, but when you see like all of this, like the TikToks going around that are going viral, do you think that the people on the other side of Rush, like the actives, are they like looking at those and like deciding who to?
Oh, absolutely. Like that's my thing. Like looking at it, I'm like so like scared for some of these girls that are going viral because a lot of the traditional like Southern sororities, they don't want a girl that's on social media. That's like a PR risk.
Oh, because if okay, yeah, because if they
So,
post anything bad,
mhm. I remember a few years ago, there was this one girl and she posted, it was the night before bid day. She had all top houses on her card. The night before bid day, she posted something on her Instagram story that was like super scandalous. And every single house she had on her prep, like didn't give her a bid. And she had to get like a snap bid from like a separate house.
yeah, because I've also seen people on TikTok saying like like they were crying and that they hated like rushing, blah blah blah, or like whatever. And I was thinking, like, wouldn't that be a PR risk too if they're already complaining about
Yeah. If you're
like,
already complaining about like the Greek life system, you're probably going to get dropped from like the top quote unquote top houses.
yeah, because even I went to, even at OU where I went, like they were still stalking like social media, but like I feel like in Alabama, like no one was, I don't even know. No one back then, it wasn't like no one was really like posting about, because no one really knew. I feel
Mhm.
like now there's more, like all the info is to the public. Like I had no idea what was going on when I was rushing. And
Yeah.
I had to keep Googling like what actually is, like my roommates convinced me to rush in the first place. And I remember like Googling like what are you supposed to talk about? And it was like charity. Like I didn't even know anything. But now I'm like, I had no idea. And I got dirty rushed, which I didn't know I did, but I did. I got dirty rushed when like these girls like told me to be in their sorority and I believed them. But
Oh,
now
yeah.
I think that would fly, right?
All the
That's not
time.
bad.
Yeah.